And I am back. The dogs are being lazy bones, but we cannot be lazy bones. We have to return to work. Yep, gotta put on Koopa's sweater again. Let's see what we're selling here today. Have a look. Set buckets, review board. 1% to all book sales chances. Could be interesting. Armchair, stepladder, and a storage box. Okay, also an option. Beginning of a tower, Buxton Bay. Could buy some more paints. Who's that creepy guy? Greetings! May I interest you in my wares? Crimson Candelabra. Plus 1% to fantasy sales. Cauldron. When successfully recommending a fantasy book, plus 1 recommendations per day, while equipped plus 3 gold and 7% danger. The Nightmare Fuel box. Kind of interested in the Crimson Candelabra. Maybe 25 bucks. Let's get that for now. Oh, looks like you're small with customers. Okay. What she always says, some ferns. Okay, travel and fact sales. Daisies, classical 2%. Monstera, travel 2%. Okay. Might buy some at the end of the day. But for now, let's open up top. Waiting with my coffee a little bit until we have more customers around. Here they come now. Hey mate, let me have a look at your shelves for a second. You don't happen to have castles along the Loire now and then in stock, do you? I think the one in Amboise is so underrated. But Lux didn't want to believe me, so I was hoping to show them the book. Ah, bugger. Well, it would have been a huge coincidence, so don't worry. It's not a very well-known book. I wish we could still build our buildings that way. To marvel at their beauty, sure, but also to last for centuries. Although I guess even the greatest forts can eventually crumble to no time. Have you visited the ruins of Fort Bourg yet? People always call it a castle, but that's technically incorrect. Historians think there must have been a smaller hill fort there in the 9th century. I wish we knew what that looked like. But sometimes between 1270 and 1280, the old Duke built Fort Bourg there. Most of it got destroyed in the fire of 1575, though. Oh, I've been talking about this for a while now, haven't I? Well, let me know if you're interested in history, too, and I'll tell you more. I'm so happy to have my dear Moira back. Of course, I have fully supported her wish to travel the world, you know. I was the one who convinced her fathers to agree to it. Moira is a grown person after all, and she makes good decisions. Has her first degree already. This whole family needs to learn to trust her a little more, but oh well, who listens to me anyway? The most important thing is she's back in Buxtonbury, and I know she could be quite a good influence on you, if you let her. She's such a remarkable person with so much drive. I have a feeling you two will become fast friends. How about you buy some books? Yes, buy my coffee. Achoo! Oh, Hello, buddy. So, are you enjoying the flea market today? I'm on the lookout for a new tabletop game, or old tabletop games to be precise. I found some gems here before, but you have to have some luck. Anyways, well, it was good seeing you. Bye. What a normal interaction. I only want non-fiction. I hate those condescending self-help books, though. Okay, maybe something travel-related? Death in Yellowstone. Grizzly bear attacks, hot springs, and avalanches. Oh my, cautionary tales about what not to do in one of America's wildest national park. Does that count as self-help somehow? My travels in East Africa. The new encyclopedia of British, European, and African birds. He strikes me like a bird guy, right? It's non-fiction, and it's not a self-help book. Okay. Learn something about birds, brother. Bird guy indeed. I only read literary fiction. However, anything worth saying has been said before the year 2000. What can you recommend for collector? Okay. Well, Julius Caesar. What does count as literary fiction? Like, definitionally. Never quite got that. So, what's the definition of literary fiction? Yes. Could do John Grisham. It's 1989. Would fit the character development is important. Okay. So John Grisham could be it. Maybe in the classics. Jane Eyre. Finding Life of Jane Eyre touches on many social issues present in Victorian England. It seems like it. Right? Jane Eyre, we have character progression. Yep, lots of prose. I feel like Jane Eyre fits that, right? Or am I misunderstanding your descriptions? We can just air it out. Okay. Jane Eyre is a good pick then. Thanks. Same as serious fiction, high literature, and artistic literature. Gotcha. I only read coloring books. Hey you, so still not much going on, huh? Oh gosh, I'm so bored. I love jogging, but there's only so many times you can see the same path. I beg of you, please, distract me with a book. Okay. Something magical. I want to be enchanted. Where the wild things are. Okay. Let's see. Let's see in our fantasy collection. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Unusual Suspects, The Sisters Grimm. Granny Ralda tells Sabrina and Daphne the truth about the legacy. That classic book of fairy tales, it's actually a casebook of magical crimes. Oh, and their new school in Fairyport Landing may have monsters. The second volume in a series of fractured fairy tales. I think that's pretty fitting, right? But something magically enchanting, a little bit whimsical, like where the wild things are. I'm currently finding the Witcher books. Do they count? How are you liking them? I read them a long time ago, so it's been a while for me. But I really enjoyed them because I kind of like that mix between kind of like tying in, especially in the short stories. A lot of the short stories have obviously kind of reference or are based upon real life fairy tales, but they usually have like a grim, dark twist in the Witcher universe that have some oftentimes social or political commentary, at least within the Witcher world, tied to them, which I really enjoyed. But I think we go here with the unusual suspects, the Sisters Grimm. The Grisham is more genre focused usually, though he may have works that are outside of that. Yeah. Appreciate the clarification. There you go, and well, the Unusual Suspect has been on my list for ages. I like the short stories better than the somewhat long-winded continuous story. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different style. I enjoyed both. Yeah. Good catch. Thank you so much for keeping me afloat with books. I actually started the other day a book that I saw here in this game, so it's still pretty early on. Wow, you really collected those shells for me. I sure did. Thanks, you're probably really nice and stuff. But I don't really like marine biology anymore. I'm gonna be an astronaut anyway. They probably don't even look at shells. So you can keep them. Wait, what? You seem disappointed. Hell yeah. Wait, I know, I can make you something. How about I put together something pretty for your bookshop? Yes, something pretty. I'll make you a cool chain. Meet you back there. Cool. Now I gotta talk to the turtle I saw over there. Bye! But I'm reading the French translation, which means I get tons of words that go beyond the everyday language I learned. Oh, so for you it's also kind of like a learning exercise? That's cool. Danielle and I, we talked about it a lot, that for me, when it comes to like a lot of very like specific English words that I learned, a lot of it I learned either like from either reading later, although that came a little bit later, but reading books or playing video games, and specifically less so watching television shows. Like, while a lot of my fluency in English comes from watching mainly television shows and movies for a long time, beyond obviously my school English, like a lot of like very specific words I actually had from video games, because there's also a lot of reading involved, right? Like, you read a bunch of stuff and kind of the description of things, there's oftentimes like, oh, what does that word, like, I get in context what it's supposed to mean, but what exactly does it mean? So I think that's always fun. A partial to a good fantasy novel. Also, bonus points if it's epic. Yep, I already finished the last one. Okay, an epic fantasy novel. Well, is there anything more epic fantasy than The Return of the King? I don't know. Oh yeah, right, Danielle? Those are really cool. At some point, I really would like to, just even if it's in a language in two languages that I do understand. So if it would be German and English, I'd be kind of curious to kind of just see how it feels to read those. For English, you read The Lord of the Rings at the time, yeah. Speaking of The Lord of the Rings, let's recommend it. Yeah, it's a really cool concept. So apparently what it does, you basically start, let's say with English, the book starts in English, and let's say it's English and German. And like over the course of the book, it introduces more and more German words, then phrases, sentences, to the point where towards the end, as far as I understand it, it's written completely in German. And so that way you have kind of like a gradual learning curve throughout the book. Again, I don't know how well it actually would work for me, or but it's at the very least a really cool concept, I think. Okay, we made 144 bucks. Means we can buy some. I think I want to buy some of the paints now. Let's get the tarnished copper and the viridian. And then also let's get this painting of a tower. And maybe we'll also buy a flower. We have quite a bunch. Let's also get some ferns, just +1 travel and +1 facts. Like I always say, Daniel, German is easy. I learned it as a kid, as a little kid. Can't be that hard.
Wow.
Okay, what do we have here? We got vintage kids books. I kind of need crime books though. Good drama, we got fantasy now as well. Travel were also good. It's the Hanging Fern. +1% classic sales. Let's do it. Then I think it's time we do some more in-depth decorating here. We haven't done that in a while. The candelabra. Like a good spot in here. Not really, I feel. Oh, she picked up the jar. So no, you know what? Then I think let's move this out here to our little jungle. This can put there. The candelabra there. So we can put the what's it called? Painting. That's the difficult word I was looking for. Yes, there apparently there was like a significant frame drop. It should be fine now, so maybe just refresh the page. I do see now that there was a pretty significant drop of frames just a little bit ago. Seems to be stable now, though. Could put the jack-o'-lantern, but that tanks our classic sales. So I think for now we keep it like this. Go with this. And now I put together some nice colors. Very easy in this game. I think that goes well together. I think we did something nice here. Okay, let's look at our calendar. It is Sunday, so I don't think we want to go to the Mega Marché. I think the lighthouse we could go, since got to talk to the theater nerds about putting up a stage. But I also haven't been to the castle ruins. So let's go there for the first time, kind of see how that goes. I don't know what people at castle ruins would want to read. Maybe some classics. I don't know. Let's do some crime at least. Put some drama in there. Since I really don't know what to expect here, I think I'll just do like an array of different... Maybe some fantasy, since it's castles and it's magic, maybe. Some fantasy in here. Then some kids and travel down here. I don't know. Kind of will tell us a little bit more once we actually get some experience here. Off to the ruins. Let's do some crime at least. Gotta set up some quotes again, I guess. Not anymore, at least. No, I had it in the past. I don't have it anymore. I might be able to set it up again. There's the lighthouse. Learn about the history of Bookstore Castle. Sure, let's read on. You come to realize how little you currently know about Bookstore's history, but there is always time to learn, so you briefly glance over the sign's text. Sometime in the 8th century, Norse explorers began taking an interest in the region's shores. Historians found evidence of a small hamlet settlement in the 9th century. I don't think hamlet was written back then. To secure a foothold, hilltop fort, Old Norse Borg, was constructed. Instinctively, your eyes skip over a few paragraphs as another line captures your interest. Arguing that the fortification posed a threat to the greater region, local rebels were able to rally troops in 1298. After 3 months of skirmishes, the locals successfully overtook Norse forces and stormed the fort. You have a hard time imagining battle cries up here. Next to the quiet forest, it all seems so far away now. In the 14th century, the dukedom of Rheicaster expanded their influence to the growing settlements. Along the river El or the Elle, which is a real river, and from circa 1350 onwards, ducal forces banned what became known as Fort Borg. The walls you now see before you were presumably built around 1460, when the 12th Duke, Michael Rheicaster, deemed the century-old fort to be too small, impractical, and reportedly ugly, and ordered a number of reconstructions. Unfortunately, the new fort, mockingly called a castle by locals for its exuberance, only lasted until the fire of 1575. Bookstore sure has seen some interesting characters, but somehow that makes complete sense. Maybe I sit down over the weekend and set up a little quote bot again. Figure out a good way of doing that. What else is there to explore? I think that's it. Alright. Oh, this guy just showed up. We'll talk to them after our shift when we have time. What? Yes, speak. What? Rough. Okay, he's having a rough day. Northwestern part of France. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that it gets, right? Maybe Bretagne. At least they have a river Elle. I don't know French. I like historical settings. I'm interested in fact books, and also I tend to read lesser known works. Okay. Mysterious creatures of Japanese folklore. How about that? Yokai is a shorthand for all fantastical beings and supernatural phenomena in Japanese stories. The folkloric encyclopedia is filled with their origins and meanings. Fact book. Maybe historical settings. Might also be lesser known. We keep that in mind. Or we go with Mesopotamian buildings. Historical settings for sure. Fact books, and maybe also lesser known. There you go. That's something about Mesopotamia.
Huh.
Oh, your shop is looking green today.
Yay.
I see you have your garlic here. It makes everything cozier. Hopefully it won't really keep vampires away. They could be paying customers after all. By the way, did you volunteer to be a pioneer captain too? Right, just me then. I'm sure I'll manage to supervise a dozen kids somehow. I know I already have a lot going on with uni, and I should probably focus on that, but how could I leave these cool kids hanging, huh? Normandy, yeah, maybe. More Normandy than Britannia, but Britannia is, like, northwestern too, right? Isn't that pretty sure? I watched Tour de France. I know where things are. I know where the Mur de Bretagne is. Here you go, your special mermaid science chain thing. Oh, there you go, the seashell garland. For every maritime item in your shop, plus 1% to kit sales. While equipped, -1 recommendations per day. I don't know if I like that. I like the recommendations, and they give me extra money. It's better with the fort's name having 2 O's in the same. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess, yeah, because the Normandy has some was occupied by Vikings, right? Or Nordic forces, or however you want to call it, for a while, right? I'm making that up. Make sure you hang it up and look at it every day. Okay, that was all. Okay, that was all. It's okay if I read here for a bit. Oh, yeah, Normandy and Brittany have a border. Normandy to the north, Brittany just to the south. Gotcha, okay. Thanks. I like this corner over here. Cool. I'll be back another time. Yeah, exactly. Normandy is the country of the Normans. The Norman. Okay, what do we have here? I'd love to read something to do with real life. I absolutely don't care for books that try to give me life advice, though. Okay. Real life. Elementary, the periodic table explained. I mean, it's not life advice. Maybe let's look at the travel section, though. Tramp Abroad. An unserious, humorous mix of real and fictional accounts. That's fiction. Working songs of Bookstore. Collection of traditional shanties at Seaside. Let's go with that. Not too long ago, or like it was actually earlier, early last year, I watched a bunch of like little documentary stuff and all that about the Norse occupation of England, and also kind of around that time. So what's it, like 1300 something? Maybe earlier. I don't know the time frame exactly, but like when the quote-unquote Vikings occupied England and also parts of France and all that. Ever heard of real-life fiction? What's the latest headline? It needs to be science fiction. I'm not afraid of a bit of tragedy, and I wouldn't mind something niche. Okay. Mao is the only member of his nation since a huge wave destroyed his village and wiped out his tribe. Now all alone, this boy defies death and demands answers. Why did the gods let this happen to the elders? Who will judge whether he becomes a man or remains a boy? I don't know if it's science fiction though. That's the only question. Otherwise it would fit. To live forever. Dystopian. Redemption of Althouse. Let's just see for something specifically science fiction. Ship of Magic. Live ship traders. Only a live ship carved from wizardhood can trade on the deadly waters of the rain wall. That's not science fiction. Cats in space. Love cats, love space, you love this. Revel in feline supremacy while reading tales by the likes of Ursula Le Guin, Arthur C. Clarke, and Anne McCaffrey. Approved by Freya. Camp Damascus. Pet. How to stomp time. Discover immortality as it has never been explored before. It's a historical fantasy about finding yourself and learning. Firefly, big damn hero. This book series continues the story of the Serenity's crew we never got to see in the TV series. Bounty hunters, hired criminals. I mean, that could be something. I'm not sure how tragic it is, but he just says he's not afraid of a bit of tragic. Let's go with this. Okay. Gotta make some coffee. I forgot about that. Oh, I sold all of kids' books already. That's interesting. Hi, sorry. Could you help me out? I need to be science fiction. Also, give me something with low page count. Do you have anything like Slaughterhouse 5? Okay, what's like the lowest science fiction? But we don't have science fiction. Oh, I guess 11/22/63 might be science fiction, but then again, it's Stephen King, so it's very long. So let's see if we have something else science fiction-y, maybe in drama. Castle. The Dice Bear. Show Dorian Gray. It's not really sci-fi. I was kind of hoping that there might be some Isaac Asimov. Can you fuck with time and rewind to this morning and force me to call in? Oh no, Danielle, I'm sorry. How to stop time. That's historical fantasy. Time traveling splendor. I mean, it is very long. Unfortunately. Okay. So drama didn't sell at all, classic also not. Lots of fact and crime and fantasy. Interesting. Successful day though. Let's talk to these peeps. Preppy Pioneer. Pip Pip and hello. Are you joining the Pipit Pioneers? What's a Pipit? What? How can you not know about what Pipit is? Do you live under a rock? Pipits are the coolest birds in the whole world, especially the meadow pipit, our mascot. And they are the namesake of our little outdoor exploration organization, the Pipit Pioneers. And our new pioneer captain, Miss Cohen, is extremely cool and smart. She told us to call her Anne. Yes, of course, Pioneer Captain Anne is extremely cool and smart. You have a lot to learn, but still, welcome to Pipit Camp. You're the bookseller, right? Wait a minute, we have to see if you're even tough enough for Pipit Camp. Say, do you know any scary campfire stories? Show the Pipit Pioneer some scary stories to tell during campfire nights. Yeah, maybe you have some on your shelves. Let's see. Don't have much. In Cold Blood, maybe? It's not really horror. Fortunately. Maybe The Haunting of Hill House, or a classic. Shirley Jackson. There you go. What? Not something gruesome, okay? Guess I'm going home. English reading material. $30. Let's do it. We do need crime novels. That's just classics. Wind chime. +1 kit sales. Let's do it. I'm very sorry, Daniel. I don't know if I want to put up this garland. I don't think so. The wind chime. Up. Okay. Day. It's Mega Savings Day. So let's go to the Mega Marché, to the Mega Savings Day. The only thing, oh, but the thing is, they like crime. Yeah, don't have any crime novels right now. So University would be better. Or we can then go to the Lighthouse, but they also like crime. Everyone loves crime. Can we stop it? Guess we go to the University. Because I only have like 5. Crime books. That won't cut it. Okay. Back classic drama. Back drama. Classic. And kits. Travel. Yeah, it does look like he's scuttling up to the bookshelf, just leaning his head against. Okay, let's go with this. I'm low on books. Let's first talk to the professor. Oh yes, what do you have today? Anything of literary value? I usually enjoy a classic piece of literature. I wouldn't mind a book with 400 pages or more, and I wouldn't mind getting into something more sophisticated. Okay. Looking at the page count for now. White teeth. Classic piece of literature. Anna Karenina. I mean, it's longer than 450. It's kind of, I would call it sophisticated, right? So that might be an option. Let's go with Anna Karenina. Did it? Surely tickles my intellect. Well, you are more knowledgeable than I thought. I will add Anna Karenina to my research list. I have to admit, I'm impressed. No one has ever matched my literary expertise before. Got an A. I think you should have this. Bust of St. Buxton. Whenever you successfully recommend a play, +2 drama sale, +2 classic sale chance, and a couple of dollars of daily expenses. And don't lose it. Buxton might yet reveal a secret to you. Now please leave me alone. I have research to do. Okay. Pick up this book. More bush books. There's a bottle. We can pick those up later after our shift. Okay. Time to open up. Forgot to put up the poster again. Anne's poster. I like my little shop. It's time to make some coffee. People are coming in. It's raining. Hi, buddy. Have you listened to those new songs Klaus wrote? They're amazing, right? I couldn't believe that he worked on them in secret for so long. That boy is so bloody talented. He just needs some more confidence, eh? Anyway, I also brought some song drafts today. Just some scribbles I had in my travel diary, you know? We got right to improvising some great stuff. I love when we just get in the flow like that. I feel bloody good about myself after that. All I need is a little read from you. Then nothing can get in my way this week. And bye. That she just looks at the first fantasy book, doesn't like it, turns around and leaves. Here we go. I'd like to read more about the beautiful nature on planet Earth. I'm interested in fact books, and I like books with poetic language. I couldn't find anything in the library. The sea around us, an incredible insight into the history of our oceans, their influence and power, but also their fragility, written by American marine biologist and conservationist Rachel Carson. That sounds perfect. Nice. Coffee. What kind of library do they have? Sounds like trash.
Huh.
Wow, I have no idea how you managed to scrounge up so much academic literature around here. Stamp collected.
Yay.
Well, yay! However you did it, you've helped out the first years tremendously.
Yeah.
The groups I've seen around today seemed a lot more confident and relaxed already, but I doubt you have any of the molecular genetics textbooks I need, or do you? Have a look. I might. That's how we do it. I actually don't pay them off, I just threaten to break their kneecaps. Like any well-respected librarian and bookshop owner would do. I'm craving a new coming-of-age story. Also, I could get into a romance novel. I can't get enough of Heartstopper, the heartwarming graphic novel where Nick and Charlie meet at a grammar school for boys. Prepare to giggle and blush while watching sparks unfold between them. Okay. Do we have anything YA related? Okay. The ticking time clock threatens to destroy the world. A newbie and a local boy team up to stop the magical doomsday plot. Join them in this illustrated ROM full of black magic, ghosts, and daring do. Could be an option. Happy Prince and Other Tales. Romeo and Juliet. Cozy novel about patrons who visit. White Teeth. I mean, Romeo and Juliet is romantic and tragic. Post-colonial novel. Friendship and war times. Love hypothesis. To convince her friends that she is over her ex, PhD student Olive convinces her young professor Adam to start a fake relationship. An example of fan fiction turned published book at its best. Let's go with that. It's not coming of age. Thought maybe she'd be more focused on the romance there, but I guess not. Didn't make much money today. Only 68 bucks. Okay. Not disappointing. Cheap used books, that's what we need. Only one crime book though, that's not great. Miscellaneous travel books. Set for fantasy set. Okay, let's get the fantasy books at least. Fantasy and kids. Still so low on crime. Old film camera. Expiring +1 expiring actable cup buy today. +2% to drama sale chance. That's really good for the lighthouse, huh? Okay, so first we gotta put up the bus is already set up. Put it here though. No crime in this town, yeah. Very disappointing. Got an increased crime here. Okay, so today we have nothing specific here. I want to go to the lighthouse. Let's do that. Crime, drama, fantasy. Let's see if we can focus on drama. Fantasy. 6 crime books. That's all I can do. Let's try this. Boop, 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 boop. Please go. Recommend 3 plays at the lighthouse to inspire a new love for the theater. Okay. Starting some drama right away. That's good. Let's make some coffee. Rain on top of no crime. Yeah. Not happy with that. But we'll have to make the best of it. Oh, woo, arf, arf, woof. Huh? Usually dogs understand me just fine. I think yours might be shy. Okay, that was all. Is it okay if I read here for a bit? Thanks. I like this corner over here. Cool. I'll be back another time. You better first buy the book, though. I'll kick you out. Let's something by real quick. 1 horror shocker, please. However, I get pretty bad nightmares from grisly violence. I can't get enough of We Have Always Lived in This. Oh no! Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to look at that book. Oops. Things are going real bad. I think we have to close our shop. We're done. What's up? Make me feel, make me think, give me something poetic. Usually I find advice books a bit dull though. Okay. Poetic maybe. Okay, the importance of being earnest. Clever tale. You must read for any fans of the Irish writer. Played by, okay, could be something. Oscar Wilde. It's clever, right? So maybe that works. Persuasion. Jane Austen. Specifically like for poetry. It's a tense play about a son and daughter living with their fragile mother's mental illness and broken dreams. Talk about mama drama. Could be. It's not poetic. Treasure Island. Oh, where was the Outsiders? I didn't see it. Because I've been looking more specifically for poetry. Bath. Oh, comprehensive collection of poetry written by a woman who never received much recognition for her work while she was alive, Emily Dickinson. Yeah, I think we go with that. And I think poetic was important here. Let's see. Plotline. I'd like a romance plotline and young adult novel. Do you have anything like the perks of being a wallflower? Can you help me? Or whatever. Chai doesn't fit in anywhere at his new school. Oh yeah, we read about that. I read some. There was a young adult novel over here somewhere. This might be, yeah, it might be The Outsiders. Might be not something here. Working class teenagers. But is it much? Is it romancy? Coming of age. sound very romancy, right? It's kind of the question, would they like young adult or romance? What's the focus here? "17-year-old Cassandra lives in the remnants of a castle with her eccentric family. Her 1934 journal is going strong, but her father's latest book is a work on procrastination, so money is tight. Maybe romance and strategic pranks can change their fate." So there we have romance, 17-year-old, so coming of age, young adult-ish, right? Yeah, it's not really romance. Yeah, that's the thing. Not really romancy. Yeah, I think here I captured the castle. That might be it, right? Okay. That was a good call. I feel like I'm saying more coffee than books today. We're definitely in a funk. Only 68 bucks. $70 now. Okay, that person might save us. Okay, come on, keep buying. Still plenty left. Ah. Okay, 77. Alrighty. Okay, vintage books, must-read classics, secondhand books. Let's start with that. A bit of everything like that. Vintage books, that's probably classics, right? What do we have here? Oh, it's a little bit of everything. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Okay, that's good. Hard-boiled hardcovers, yeah. We do need those, so... Okay. That helps us a little bit. Lanky Lantern. Prime and kit sales. Plus 5% danger, though. Everyone be careful. Well, let's get it. What? You know? Okay, that has a bigger drawback than this one. Now, I also wanted to see, does it still make sense? I feel like we should replace the recycling bin. Spooky effects, plus 5 to fantasy. Oh, when someone doesn't take a recommended kids book, then 5% fantasy chance. Plus 3 to kids in general. I don't know. I don't know what the danger is. I don't know what it does. Put the creepy doll there. Actually, let's switch out the creepy doll with the pumpkin. Oh no, that's the wrong pumpkin. There you go. This pumpkin. Okay. So today is the waterfront fish market, so that's definitely an option. I also haven't been to the cafe in a long time. I feel kind of bad about that. Let's have a look of what we have to do here. Yeah, we haven't really been to the cafe a lot. For the post stamps, went 3 place. The lighthouse, we've just been there. Give 5 scary recommendations to pioneers. Buy 7 flea market items. Houses. Buy 7 of Walt's old items. Find Klaus a stage for his band. Promotes Silence Libre using Klaus's poster. Help Klaus's band find an audience and a stage. I think I will go to the cafe and skip the fish market this week. Pumpkin. I think that's what we do. Didn't sell a lot of books last time at all. Okay. What is it? Classic, crime, and travel. Crime. Classic. We have like a negative modifier for classic, so we'll put fewer of those. Okay. Café Liberté. Okay, let's open up. Good morning. Do you have a minute for a chat? Remember how I told you about my hip arthritis? Well, I think it has become necessary for me to take a step back. The pain has been keeping me from sleeping properly, and I can hardly put my shoes on in the morning. And you know how much I rely on my little walks and chats around town. Meeting people every day is what keeps me going. I've tried the mobility aids my doctor recommends, but none of them were right for me. I'm exhausted these days. So I have decided to have hip replacement surgery. It's not too risky, and I just want to be able to live my life. Of course, I'm nervous, and Mariam has been fussing about me since I told her. But I think it's for the best, and I just wanted to let you know that I will be unavailable soon. Thank you for lending me your ear, dear. Now let me get one more book for a little distraction. All right. Good luck with surgery, I guess. Ah, good. As promised, we will begin our Pillars of Business course right away. First, our association compendium from 1798 establishes that as a good vendor, you must know thy customer. So do you truly know what the patrons of your shop want? Do you truly know what your customers want? I will observe you closely whenever you stop by the Liberté. Let us see how spot on your recommendations truly are. Right? Like I'm already there, Daniel. And I'm only 74. I'm looking for a non-fiction book, but I hate these condescending self-help books. Until I met my husband as one of my all-time favorites. I couldn't find it in any library. Gay activist Ryusuke Naozaki recounts the trials and tribulations of growing up and searching for love. Were not always easy, he married his soulmate in the first religious same-sex wedding in Japan. I'm telling you, some of these books are so interesting that I kind of just like, oh, I want to read this right now. Library book. A journalist engaging investigation into the 1986 fire at the Los Angeles Public Library. Part true crime story, part essay on what libraries mean to us and why the burning of books or libraries is so devastating. That sounds perfect. It's not self-help at all. It's real life. Oh, hey, are you busy? I heard you started that business course my nan is teaching. How's that going? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Really? Well, you do seem to have a lot of business experience already, but it's still nice you get to prove it to the world, right? Well, maybe I'm projecting a little bit there. To tell you the truth, my nan never even asked me to take the course. Tilda offered it to me once. She could see how much I wanted to join blah blah and impress Mariam. But I turned her down. If my nan doesn't believe I'm capable enough, how can I become a member behind her back? Anyway, I'm happy that you're doing well with the challenges. Mariam seems like a bit of a hard ass. Could get worse. So, I could give you some tips. Mariam won't hear about it. And I get to participate at least a little bit. All right, let's see. Which steps are you on right now? Ah, right. The first rule. You must know their customer, right? So Nan wants you to give 3 recommendations in a day. That can be quite difficult, especially if customers request something you don't currently have. From what I observed with Tilda over the years, someone's favorite book can often hide behind an unexpected genre. But either way, don't worry too much if you can't get it right on the first try. The customers will still come back and you can try again the next day. Hope that was a little helpful for you. Good luck. Oh! Not the only Fern in your bookshop today, I see. Huh. Hello, other Fern. So I take it you're also a fan of working at the Liberté. For sure. The coffee helps. Huh, I get you. I used to drink an entire French press per day. Although I'm not entirely sure that actually helped. The Liberté is a beauty, though. Just look at it. They did a great job of preserving the building for, what, 285 years now? At least that's what Mariam says. And she says, and she seems to know her stuff. All right. I'll be on the way. Wait, happy birthday, Fern. Oh, I didn't think anyone would remember. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't remember. The speech bubble remembered. Anything hot off the press? I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. I can only commit to something with less than 200 pages. I'm a fan of books like Love Beyond Body, Space, and Time. Let yourself get pulled into an alternate worlds both on Earth and in space, and an eclectic collection of pieces by queer indigenous authors. This brilliant anthology effortlessly weaves together folklore, faith, and the nature of human connections. Let's see, do we have something sci-fi here? Dark is Rising. The Gunsling. The Dark Tower. Upright Woman Wanted. This science fantasy adventure starts off the classic Time Quintet series where 3 young heroes travel through... Okay, that's pretty good. It's not under 200 pages, but it's very close to 200 pages. There we go. I'm not a fucking loser who sits at home and reads. Give me a coloring book. Exactly. I'm a huge horror book fan, but I don't like anything scary. What can you recommend? Ouch, my back. I'm an absolute thriller fan. I enjoy literary fiction novels and also I'd love to read something classic. Okay, thriller, literary fiction, and classic. Okay. Let's just kind of see. I mean, Turn of the Screws could be something. Young Governess realizes the two children under her care are the target of creepy ghosts and who haunt the estate. The troubling part is that Flora and Miles seem perfectly fine with it. Worst job ever. Could be. Misery? Does Misery fall under literary fiction? I don't know. I also don't know if it's classic. Let's see what we have here in the classic section. Crime and Punishment. 3 Men in a Boat. Tragical History of Dr. Faustus. Brilliant Scholar makes the rather foolish decision to deal with the devil. I mean, Faustus could be right. It's only a play, so I don't know. 1984. Bleak House. No. Put something classic maybe here. I mean, maybe The Turn of the Screws. I think that it's a classic book. Not sure if it fits the literary fiction, but it could be. I don't know. Okay, well, ha! Lucky me. I want a play that isn't stuffy with some humor in it. I don't think I get poetry though. Do you have anything like Pygmalion? I think we just had something here, right? 3 Men in a Boat. No. I think I just sold what I was thinking about. Live Spirit. Slapstick, okay. On stage farce of ghostly proportions. Okay. There we go. I nailed it. Okay, today we're making money again. Over $100. Finally. We're back on track. To monopolize the book business in Bookstore. Hey, 124. That's good. That is good. 124. I'll take it. Let's get out of here before they notice that I scammed them. Ooh, Gothic Horror. I assume this will get cheaper. So I'll actually wait for this one. Same with the used book. Let's get the used books. Could be a little bit of everything. Yeah, That's good. Okay. Good with that. Ooh, round table. Probably will give us more space to put stuff on. Might be an option. Okay, so nothing today in terms of events, it seems. We go to the castle ruins. Let's go to the castle ruins. Knights on the round table. Didn't really sell much crime. Okay. What did we sell? We sold crime, fantasy, and fact last time. Crime. Fantasy. I felt like we sold a lot of fantasy last time, so... I could sell crime, I just end up doing it. You know what they say, don't get high on your own supply. Yep, that's a fatal mistake. Okay. Look around. There is anything here. Oh! In the bushes. No bush books, though. Let's see if we have some horror novels for them. I told Amaya that there's a vampire out there in the forest, and she didn't even blink. She's only 7. So I need something scary this time, okay? Let's see. Something horror. Inferno is your all-time favorite. Let's see. Days, Maisie Dobbs. Studying Charlotte. American Psycho. Not sure if it's really that much of a horror book, though. Right. Telltale Heart. Philip plans to silence one of their group. Can they find out who they want before they... That sounds horror-ish, but I don't know. But if you do, make sure your drug dealer really likes you and wants to have you quit. So over 2 years, they slowly make your drugs weaker. Oh, that story always gets me. Anxious people. Dark humor. Return home seagull. So that's difficulty easy. First part of the epic divine comedy and the most famous work of self-insert Bible fan fiction to date, when Dante and Virgil delve deep through the 9 circles of hell. Yeah, violence and splatter. I think we definitely want something with mature reading, right? So maybe American Psycho. I think it's my best guess here. Okay, wow, disgusting. I like it. That's what Danielle said when she first saw me. American Psycho, whoa, sounds gnarly. I'm not sure about that one. I believed it if the therapist hadn't been involved yet. I just wasn't sure if American Psycho necessarily counts as horror. Like, it's obviously like gruesome, bloody, gory, but I don't know how much horror it is. Just a normal guy, so I don't know how much horror that is. I just read a book about a normal guy. Don't tell Pioneer Captain Anne about this, but I had a really scary dream last night. I was walking through the old castle before it was a ruin, and I was a super brave knight. But there was someone following me, and every time I turned around, they were gone. And I couldn't keep walking forever because there was a fire. It was so scary. Okay, that was all. Is it okay if I read to you for a bit? Thanks. I like this corner over there. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is everything down? Wait a second. Why is everything down? Oh, from nightmares? Are you kidding me? It's like Hopper's driving away my customers. I can't believe it. Give you something utterly scary. The grislier the better. Yep, I already finished the last one. I don't know if I have that many scary things. Carrie, classic teen horror. There you go. It's the danger, I assume. Maybe. Can't believe it, that bullshit. One horror shocker, please. Also, I quite like a thrilling story. I can't get enough of this. Book will bury me. After her father's death, Janeway finds a vehicle for her grief and unanswered questions. True crime discussions boards. She'll do anything to chase down new leads on a cold case, but her new online friends are hiding dark secrets of their own. Okay. Easy Dobbs. The Air Affair. With the Vicarage. Thrilling mystery. I'd like a thrilling story. Telltale Heart. How about 5 Survive? That does sound horror-y, right? That I don't know how high my danger is right now. I will check in a second. Doesn't count as horror. Can I see right now how high my... Oh, there. Danger plus 4%. It's not super high. But it's because of her dumb nightmare. She's scaring away my customers. I assume once Harper is gone, this will change, but... Give me something utterly scary. I don't have anything scary, for crying out loud. Do we have something here? I haven't really looked at the fantasy. Night in the Lonesome October. Dragon Song. Hitchhiker's Heartless. Brutal Monarch. I don't know if that is... One says horror. Empire of a Vampire. Vampires are horrific, right? Could be something. Let's go with vampires. Also not I gave her, yeah, she asked for something scary, but like even before she asked for some, she said, she told me about the, I don't know what this is. She's sabotaging my business. That's what's going on. I don't like it. Okay, now these are on sale. Let's get the Gothic horror books. Essential reads. Does that just mean classics or is that a mix? I hope it's a mix. Kind of hard to tell apart. It's more of a classic bundle. Okay. I don't know. I don't think so. This is currently my percentages. Okay, it's Friday. Could go back to the lighthouse. What we'll do on Friday. I'll tell you what we're doing. We're going to go to the lighthouse and we're going to sell some books. Drama, fantasy, and crime books in particular. Yeah, see, anyhow, the game is working against me. Trying to sabotage me. Theater boy. Straight from the stage, and I'm looking for books by women. But like, don't make it a big deal, okay? This could be a woman. Poetry, young romance novels. Dixon again, poetry. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Ah, Fleabag, the play that inspired TV series. Perfect. That's perfect. He's even doing a little pee-pee dance. Comes the little shit again, trying to ruin my business. Hey you gonna come to the next flea market again, right? You have to, there's different stuff there every time. And what if you miss the one really great treasure because you don't go? I will go as long as you don't go. I want to see something with space travel, distant galaxies, far off empires. You know, the good stuff. I really enjoyed Nathan. What happens when all of the planet's intellectuals are shut off from the rest of the world, left to ponder existence without ever experiencing it? Find out in this epic and ambitious sci-fi page-turner. Let's see. Experiment into accelerated evolution on a terraformed planet was thwarted, but evolution still finds a way. Even on planet light years away, the series presents our society with a mirror. Arachnophobes beware. Okay, that could be something. Adrian Tchaikovsky. Dragons. Enchanted. Lore Olympus. This classic. And Urgent. Oh, I think this was already good. Children of Time. I think that's a good guess here. There you go. Oh, next recommendation right away. Looking for something to do, you know, a new hobby. Also prefer books from this century. Okay, what do we have here? Mend. A refashioned manual and manifesto. Decrease the number of clothes you toss and learn how to repair them in ways that make them a work of art. That sounds perfect. It's from 2020. It's kind of a hobby-ish. So, there you go. Quick recommendation. Just shooting those recommendations out there like Spider-Man. Just ropes of recommendations. Okay, Harper. Can I get a book? Knights, Roman, Vikings. I want to see some history. Even at my age, I still enjoy a good kids' books. Pen and paper can bring characters to life, but what happens if they escape the pages? Inkbolt. Kiki's Delivery Service. Star-Crossed. North and South. Henry the Fifth. Henry V would be maybe an option. Maybe nothing mature. I mean, Beowulf, but it's mature reading, so I don't know. Travels of Marco Polo. I mean, let's go with Travels of Marco Polo. There you go. One more batch of coffee. Okay, 144 bucks. That's pretty good. It's also a lot of deer. I do plan on going to the flea market this weekend, so I hope that I can save up some money for that. Still are mostly low on fantasy and crime, but fact is shortly behind that. Miscellaneous non-fictions. I can wait another day for the price to sink. We have pretty bad weather. Also good to know. Today is the flea market, so that's where we're gonna go. Time to get fleas. Alrighty. What are we selling at the flea market? Crime, fantasy, fact, classic. Crime. Fantasy. Classic. Facts. Then let's do hits and travel at the end. Go to the flea market. Have a good chunk of money. Let's see what they have. Bonjour. Some chartreuse and liminal green color. You have Buxton Bay for travel. Okay. Okay, we still have those three, so we should get at least one of these today. Toy rocket microscope. +1 to fact sale chance for every 2 plants in your shop. Okay. +3% to plant of facts. That's actually pretty good. It's expensive though. The creepy guy. Gothic horror collection. Pumpkin figurine. Gothic table. We have Anne with her flowers. Daisies. Daisies would be an option, just straight up classic. Hanging succulent would also be nice, and then monstera could also be nice. So we'll decide once we finish our day, see how much money we make, and then kind of make a decision. Arf. Who's the speedest boy? You, Cooper. Despite being a menace and running around right now. It's hello, princess. True. Go on. Eddie's true. Let's get some coffee going. Did you know I'm a really good finder? I always find the best stuff around here. Last time I found some really rare trading cards. The time before that, my Baba and I bought some really cool hats. That was so fun. I think this time I'll look for some earrings for my mom. Wait, are you saying you found 7 treasures already? Haha. Impressive. I might make you my treasure hunting assistant if ever need one. There you go. Oh, feels a little strange to come back here to such big changes. All of a sudden, till the shop is closed and empty, and I missed that whole transition period, so now it's just gone. I don't know, I feel bad that I couldn't be there for Tilda and help her pack up. I think so too, Danielle. I think she called her parents and is now making up adults. You should know that Bookshop was a really special place. I spent almost every day of summer vacation at Tilda's when I was a kid. Always looking for the fantasy books that would take me far away. It was my refuge whenever Dad and Nan were fighting again. When we drive back home to Ryeport at the end of the holidays, Tilda would always give me another book for the road that she picked out just for me. I'm so glad she's in mine and Nan's lives, and I hope she enjoys her well-earned retirement. By the way, good on you for carrying on the book business from Tilden. Mind if I have a look at your collection? Selection? Alrighty. What do you want, kid? I'd really like something with folklore elements. Also, I tend to read lesser-known works. I'm a fan of books like The Frogs, an ancient Greek comedy about Dionysus' journey into the underworld. Meet Greek heroes, gods, and frogs in his quest to find a playwright who can fix the state of Athenian theater. Play filled with songs, slapsticks, and iconic frog cry. Self-made orphan, exactly. Experiment with an air pump. Folklore. Sister Outsider. Something in the classic. Henry V. All's well that ends well. Midsummer Night's Dream. I mean, that it's kind of in the same way, wavelength of The Frogs, right? Simple love triangles are for beginners. In this classic play, romantic entanglements involve 4 young, lovesick Greeks, fey royalty, enchantment spells, and a donkey, resulting in a comedy for the ages. Might be something. Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's more folklore, right? That fits more the folklore angle, right? Frankenstein. Secret History. Great Expectations. Rebecca. Yes, Cooper, I'll take you out in a second. I think I'll go with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh. The more mythical folklore, I guess. I don't like that kid, Cooper. I don't like her. No. You know what? The weirdest thing just happened to me. This group of teens just came up to me and asked me if I was the guy from Silence Libri. Yeah, you hear the bells. Yeah, he wants to go. I'll take him out in a second after we wrap up at the flea market. That means they know who we are. They said they saw our posters at your shop and listened to our demo tape. Incredible feeling. Thanks for helping us spread the word. Like, what's going on down there? Can you chill? Okay, we helped Klaus. You know, they even asked if I had any concerts coming up soon. I really hope we can find a venue to play soon before they lose interest. Any news on that front? A few of the kids at the supermarket have been talking about wanting to join a new theater troupe. You reckon you could check by at the lighthouse? I think that's where they usually meet. Well, anyway, even without a stage, we should start practicing our set. Let me get another book and then I'll head out to meet with the band. I don't know. I think it was Charlie. Because Coop is now, I think Coop has to go potty and gets a little restless. So now he wants to play. But first he messed with Lunchy and then tried to mess with Charlie, and Charlie wasn't having it. Classic tale of our household. I'm glad I caught you. Do you happen to have another book for me? I already finished the last one. No, I've got lots of spare time on my hands, so... Okay, what do you want? I'm a big fantasy fanatic. Normally I prefer short and sweet books. Do you have anything like The Journey? The adventures of Big Panda and Tiny Dragon continues as they navigate some of the life's trying moments. Accompanied by charming illustrations, this is a beautiful picture about friendship and overcoming adversity. Let's see. Sister Grimm. That could be fantasy, classic book of fairy tales, a little whimsical. Let's do that. I think I recommended that to her before. She can read it twice.
Wow.
Gosh, I'm just glad to have something to do. Thanks for the book. Usually she always complains about being too busy. Hey. I'm looking for a new pastime and could use some ideas, and it wouldn't hurt if it had a thrilling, gripping plot. Also, I usually go for 21st century publications. New pastime. Finance for the people. I mean, I don't know. Getting your grip on finances. Royal Horticultural Society. Games, game design, game studies. The must-read primer for anyone seeking to become a serious game scholar. I will say the focus is on pastimes, since they say it wouldn't hurt if it had a gripping plot. So go with pastimes, game design, and then 21st century. 0 to 3. Okay. That worked. Okay, we got 315 bucks. So let's see what we buy with that. Thanks. Plus 4 seconds inspiration duration. That's always nice, having that extra. The duration lasts longer. Let's get the armchair. It's expensive, but let's get that. Then I think we've also seen something here that we liked. With a microscope. Microscope is nice. But it's very expensive. So let's get the daisies and the monstera instead. Okay. Time to wrap things up. And we can redecorate our... Okay, what do we have here? We do need crime and facts and fantasy, which none of those are. An intro to biology could be facts, right? Oh, it's kids, classics, and facts. Okay, that's not too bad. We have too many classic books. So now let's see what we do with our new items. The chair. You know what? What if we move this one? Oh, I can't move it into the... Okay, let's remove this one. Let's see. Put the chair there. Running out of spots. Yeah, let's replace the creepy doll. Gotta have a closer look at what I want to keep there. Sales. I do want to boost my crime sales still. Let's replace the tape recorder for now. Don't really use that one. So then the question becomes with the Monstera's 2+2 to travel. upgrades to classic +2. That one is also really nice. Can I put some ferns, travel and facts? Oh, we do want the coffee machine. Broken typewriter, +1 to craft. No, I won't. Oh, not. I want the one in the back. Where is it? What does that do? Customer count. That is actually really good. So we do need that one. Bam. Running out of spots here. Typewriter. Let's get rid of the typewriter for now. Then maybe I don't know if I can. Then actually, let's put a candelabra up there, and then put this in here and this here. That's pretty good. I can't put but yeah, but it seems like not all the items. Oh, some items. Ah, that's good. Okay. Then let's put this on there. I just haven't tried with the right item. Okay. What else do we have? Question is, it's not sunny anymore that much, so I think we'll hold off on that. Classic sales, spooky effects. Put the typewriter in the corner there, but thank you for the reminder. That is good to know. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now, where do we go next? Sunday, so let's not go to the Mega Marché. Could go to the Waterfront Square. So I still need to buy things from our old crusty seaman. Tomorrow we go to the Mega Marché. Might go to the Waterfront Square on Tuesday. So today we could do Café Liberté again. I think that's a good idea. But first I gotta take out Cooper before he is being a menace. Hey, talking about you down there. Talking about you. So I'll be right back. Just give me a couple minutes to take the dogs out, and then we will continue with Tiny Bookstore.